The ASIAIR is probably one of the easiest astrophotography controllers on the market today. So why would anybody buy anything else? Well, the answer comes down to one word: choice. Because as good as the ASIAIR is, it really only wants to play nicely with other ZWO equipment. And that is absolutely fine if you're happy with the ZWO ecosystem. But what if you want or have an Altair Astro camera, a Player One camera, a QHY camera, a Pegasus Astro filter wheel, a QHY filter wheel, an SV Bony controller, etc, etc. What if you're someone like me that is invested in equipment from multiple manufacturers? That's where this gets interesting, and why today we're going to be taking a look at the Touptek Stellavita. My name's Glenn and you are watching Astrobloke. Now, before anyone rushes into the comments section, this is not an ASIAIR hate video. Far from it. The ASIAIR has been one of the best things that has hit the astrophotography market, helping people get easy control of their rigs and helping with nighttime imaging, getting everything working as they want. It's been a fantastic tool and has simplified getting an astrophotography rig up and running. Not many people want to sit outside fighting with a laptop and wires everywhere, so this little thing has been a fantastic tool. And whenever something new comes on the market, looking at a different way to do things, for me, it's definitely worth taking a look. So let's see what this little thing, the Stellavita, brings to the table. Now, the ASIAIR I'm holding here is the Pro. The Plus version, this is more like. In the body form, it's pretty much the same. Same kind of layout. You've got the external aerial. This one also comes with a little USB plug-in for like a dongle. But I actually found the aerial to give me a slightly better range, and the connection has been solid, so I've not worried about it. You've got an SD card on the side here for saving your files to, which is quite nice. 4 USB ports out. We've got an Ethernet connection there, and we've got 4 power outs on the side there, and we've even got a USB-C style connection on the side. So it comes connectivity pretty much the same as the ASIAIR Plus. Main difference is it's black and it's made by ToupTek. Now, my route with astrophotography has been to use mini PCs, and I prefer the Melee PCs. I've got a few of them now. I like them because they're fanless, so we don't get any problems with dew getting inside them and causing problems, and they use the case itself to cool itself down. Now, that's my preferred route because I'm a big Nina user. I need Nina for my observatory because it gives me roof controls, and it was just natural for me to use Nina on a mini PC when I'm out in the field because it's what I'm very familiar with. But this tool is actually really easy to use, and the convenience is fantastic that you can just connect to it with your phone or an iPad, and everything is kind of laid out for you. You don't need to worry about learning how to lay it out or how to connect things. It pretty much does it all for you. So as I said, this is not an ASIAIR hate video. ASIAIR is good. The only problem you've got is you've got to use their cameras, their focusers, their filter wheels, pretty much everything ZWO. Apart from mounts, they allow you to connect other mounts. Now, the ToupTek will allow you to connect whichever make of camera you've got and whichever make of mount you got, including ZWO, which I think is fantastic. As I say, the ZWO ASIAIR is great, but it does have one caveat. You are stuck in the ZWO ecosystem. And for me, that's a bit too restrictive. I like a bit of a choice. Sometimes other manufacturers bring out additional features that might not be on the ZWO. One that springs to mind is I compared the Altair Astro 533 MC camera with the ZWO 533 that I have, and the Altair Astro was firstly a cheaper camera. Secondly, it came with UV IR cut glass on the sensor cover, which the ZWO did not, and also the sensor window is heated, which on the ZWO it is not. So there were more features and the camera was better value. So it does make sense to look at other manufacturers because they are producing as good, if not better, products, and sometimes cheaper. So something like this opens the door for you to be able to control a lot more choices, and I think that's what appeals to me. Now, the workings of this is very important. Compatibility is the key thing here. It has to work. And I do know that when it first came out, it had some connection issues. But to be fair, the ASIAIR original wasn't fantastic. It took them 2 or 3 models before they really got it working very well. Good signal, good connection, and all of the things working in harmony. Stellavita, this is version 2 software, and they've made massive improvements, and I'll be totally honest, I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. I was able to connect to it, I was able to operate everything as I wanted, and I'm now going to quickly show you me connecting to this and how that app looks. Okay, so I'm going to show you the app now on my iPad and how to connect to the Stellavita. It's quite simple. So first things first, power the unit on, and it takes about a minute or two just to boot itself up and to populate its Wi-Fi. You know when it's ready to be connected to, as this will beep to give you a little warning. So I'm going to go to the Wi-Fi settings on my iPad, and we'll wait for the signal to come up. Okay, there was the beep, and the Wi-Fi signal is now on my iPad. It beeped at me again. I'm coming, promise. Right, let's push Stellavita, and we should be able to connect to the Wi-Fi. And that's my iPad connected to the Stellavita, and now all we need to do is open the app. So we then turn on the Stellavita app, and it should be connected, and the first thing we need to do is get power to the camera and the mount and anything else you've got connected. So the little gear tab at the bottom, you've got the Stellavita on the far right, and there you can see we can connect to the things we've got on there, and I can see now power to the mount, and the red light is on the camera, so all good, power there. There's a quick connect up at the top right hand side, and there I've got the mount, which is marked on here as a UA17. That's only because that's also an on-step X mount. This is an on-step X mount, which is the SAL 33, but it's not in their list, but that doesn't matter. It still works on exactly the same on-step X. I think it would be better if Stellavita had like an on-step X listing, so that anybody with a mount that's not listed can just click on that and they know they've got the control they need. I've got ZWO 533 MC Pro and the Altair 178 M3 USB connected to the guide scope. So if I push connect on the top right hand there, it should automatically connect all of those accessories. And there we go, we're all connected. So the app is very comprehensive. It does a lot of things. We've got a menu that comes in from the right that gives us more control of all of the different elements, and as we scroll down it scrolls across to show you which one you're on. So if you want to make any more extra changes to things, you can. And within there is also a star library. So you've got tonight's best targets, you've got history, you can set some favorites, you've got the Messier objects, solar system objects, etc. So it's really nice to help you plan your night of imaging. On the main screen, if we tap it, you get rid of all the controls. So if you just want to look at the images that you're taking, you can get a nice clear look of them. On the left hand side, we've got a small control here, so you can call up the mount, and if you want to, you can take manual control of the mount, and you can see there that we're getting a nice little slew, and we can manually slew it to somewhere we want to go. Now if we wanted it to do the go to, that is also available on here. So if we go to, say, down the bottom left there and to the chart, you've got here your field of view from your camera that's populated in there. So we could look for somewhere in the sky, I don't know, let's have a look. Or what we got over here, we got some planets. Look, let's zoom it up, and then we've got Jupiter and Venus. So we can say slew to. Obviously I can't slew and center because we don't have any plate solving at the moment because it's daytime. But if I say slew to, this will slew to those coordinates and then start tracking. So it's very simple to use. It's very nicely laid out, and works extremely well. I'm just making sure it's not going to slew into me. Now I know you're going to look at my cable management here, but this is only a temporary rig for me, so obviously if this was more permanent, that would be a lot tidier. Right, so there you go, that's it slewing. So if I go back to that side menu that I showed you earlier, you'll see that under the mount you've got more controls. You've got slew home, park. So if I press park, this will now go back to its park position, and it's really responsive. It's an extremely good app, and I can only see it getting better. Obviously Stellavita, as time goes by, as problems may arise or people pick out things, it's going to be improved and it's going to be made better, and obviously any bugs will be ironed out. But I personally have had no issues connecting any equipment and no issues controlling any equipment. It's actually been extremely smooth and very easy to move. So well done at ToupTek. It's a fantastic job. So as you can see there, quite a nice comprehensive app, and I think they've done a fantastic job. Now, is it the finished product? Is it as polished as the ASIAIR? Maybe not, but we're not far from it, and I do think that ToupTek will get the final tweaks needed to get this to be an absolutely fantastic app, and definitely be a very strong competitor to the ASIAIR. But the ASIAIR's had an advantage. It's been around a lot longer, and it's got a huge user base that's been giving loads of feedback, and obviously the software has had countless updates. But I know Stellavita is very close on the tail, and this thing could soon be the people's choice. So who's likely to be in the market for one of these, the Touptek Stellavita? Well, if you've got a rig out and about and you don't necessarily have a signal, something like this is definitely going to be on your shopping list, as it gets you connectivity to all of your equipment and makes it very easy to control it. But if you're already invested heavily in ZWO gear, you've got your ASIAIR and it's all working fine, you're probably not going to be in the market for one of these. But if you're someone that's building a rig now and you're looking at multiple manufacturers, this is definitely a consideration. Well, it might be your only consideration if this is the way you want to go ahead and control your rig, because the ASIAIR will only work with ZWO products. So the Stellavita by ToupTek's biggest strength isn't that it's a replacement for the ASIAIR. Its biggest strength is it gives astrophotographers the freedom to choose whichever equipment they prefer to use. Now this could be a good thing for the ASIAIR. Competition is always good, and I'm pretty sure that ZWO aren't just sitting back and thinking, oh well, you know, this come out, we'll just carry on as we are. They must be looking at ways of improving what they've already got, and who knows, they might open up the ASIAIR to other equipment to make it more compatible with more manufacturers. So whether you prefer the simplicity of a closed ecosystem to someone like ZWO, or you like the flexibility of a more open system where you can choose different gear from different manufacturers to build the rig that you dream of, one thing is certain: having choice in astrophotography is not a bad thing. But please let me know if you've got experience in either of these systems. Please put in the comments section below your experiences and what you think about a closed ecosystem versus a more open free system. But at the moment, I'm wishing for some more clear skies so I can get out and do some more testing. But until next time, please take care, and I'll see you under the stars.